demonstration occur, please pay close attention to the announcer or the usher. We do not allow food or drinks in the performance hall except for bottled water. Trash cans are located in the halls at each entrance for your convenience. Please silence your cell phones and other mobile devices at this time and stow them away so as not to disturb your fellow audience members. And now, the Pittsburgh State University Jazz Ensemble! 1, 2, 3, 4.
How we doing tonight? Come on, how we doing tonight? All right, that's a little better. How about the Pittsburgh State University Jazz Ensemble? Give it up for them. We're really thrilled to be here. This is, I think, our kind of technically our fourth performance of the semester. We had our October concert, Treble Clef Club, music test drive, and then this one. So it's our fourth concert, and our final concert of this semester, that was a tune called Magic Flea. and that was by Sammy Nestico, and that's out of the Count Basie Library. And let's see, that feature, who did that feature? Jocelyn on tenor, Gwen on tenor, right? And Jude on the keyboard. Give it up, please. And we're also thrilled to be here with the Southeast Kansas, is it All District Jazz Ensemble, right? They're going to be playing for you in the second half of this program, so I'm looking forward to hearing them. And I know they've worked hard all day today, so congratulations to all of you as well. So we're going to continue on now with something out of the Stan Kenton Library. And this is a tune called 23, what is it called? 23 Degrees North, 82 Degrees West. And you're going to hear Tyler Coach on the trombone and Louis Hurtado on the alto saxophone. Matter of fact, you're going to hear Tyler Coach a lot tonight for some reason. We didn't plan it that way, it's happening. So enjoy this tune. Thank you. Tyler, Louis Hurtado on alto saxophone. Tyler Coach on the trombone. Give it up for him. Thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you once again for coming out and supporting live jazz tonight. We're going to continue on now with sort of a mini suite we've put together of 3 Duke Ellington tunes. And they represent various eras of the Ellington compositional style. So he wrote so many different styles and ways. So we have something. First tune we're going to start with is "Rockin' the Rhythm" from his early band. It's just a hard swinging chart, and then we're going to segue into a piece from Duke Ellington's Mid-East Suite, and it's a tune called Ahmad. And then we're going to finish up with one of the great standards by Billy Strayhorn and Duke Ellington, "Take the A Train." So let's see, I have some cheat sheets. So we're going to hear from Jude Wolfe on piano on this one, Louis once again, Tyler Coach once again. You're going to hear William Swisher back there on the drums, Jocelyn Goodwin on the clarinet. So please enjoy our little Ellington suite. Pittsburgh State University Jazz Ensemble. Thank you very much. Take the A train, Duke Ellington. How about those trombone players? And a bass player named Gavin Burdett. Or you can sit down now. Or in Texas, your name would be Gavin Burdett, not Burdett. In Texas, it'd be, I know, but in Texas it wouldn't be. It'd be Burdett. Darn it. Anyhow, we're not in Texas. Take the A train. I heard so many great people. William Swisher back there on the drum set. Give it up for William. Thank you. Thank you. Pretty cool tunes, huh? How about Daniel Roy back there on lead trumpet as well? And so many others. So we've worked really hard on those three tunes. And so thank you once again for coming. We're going to complete our portion of the show with a tune from the movie Whiplash. And yeah, you know, I picked it out. It looked pretty easy to me. I was like, this is kind of a rockin' tune. Be nice to close with, unlike anything else we played. It's in 7/4. So for those of you who are non-musical people, most of the stuff you listen to is in something called 4/4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's actually more intricate than I thought it was when I chose it last July to do it. So it's been a challenge for us to put this together, and we're looking forward to rising to that challenge. So again, thank you once again. There'll be a brief intermission after this so the other band can set up. But before we say goodbye, we need to say goodbye to two of our band members who are graduating and going on to bigger and better things, we hope. So back there in the trumpet section, Joseph Lancaster is going to be leaving us. Joseph just gave a wonderful senior recital, and I think he should be student teaching this spring. So leaving us is a good thing because that means they're going on with their careers, right? And then we have in the trombone section, Miss Jessie Snow, who's also, are you graduating? She's graduating, yeah, give her a round of applause. So thank you for your service, for your work and your great personalities, and it's been a joy standing in front of you both. You know, Joseph, when you showed up to lessons, it's been a joy. I'm just kidding. Joseph's a great guy. So anyhow, I think that's all I have to say tonight. Thank you once again for coming out, and here's our rendition of Whiplash. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll have a brief intermission. Louis Hurtado on alto saxophone. Dallas Hall on the trumpet. Thank you for coming out. Thank you.